lying there, just lifeless, in my arms in the back of a taxi. Sienna she's progressed a lot since coming into here. She's been very unsettled last night and this morning. She did have a CT scan last night, didn't she? Because they thought she might have had one of the bleeds, she was that bad. The CT scan come back okay, but they said it's probably just her brain adjusting and healing that's making her so unsettled. We're just trying to find it hard to come to terms with it, aren't we? What's happened?
Tired.
Yeah.
Tired. We had probably 5-6 hours sleep in a week. Just being over there it was horrific. Like me and Tasha, we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks when we were over there. We wasn't allowed in the same room together. So when Tasha came in, I had to leave. So we were just passing ships, the hotels, never stayed in the hotels with each other. So then if Tasha had come to the hospital at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd leave with no sleep all night, and then we'd still have to go and take the boys out and take them for food, and he'd managed to get a little bit of sleep in the night, and then obviously we'd swap over again, and this went on and on and on. You couldn't take food in the hospital, they didn't offer you drinks. The temperature in the room, there was no air conditioning in the room, and it was horrific. Horrific.
It's just like every time you close your eyes, you're back in that room. It's just, you fall asleep, you wake up, you're there. It happens so quick, didn't it?
Yeah, so we started off in Cancun, and we were packing our bags. We'd spent 4 days, fantastic time, and we're in the room playing. While we were packing our case, and Harry and Liam were playing with the baby. So the baby just collapsed on the floor and was just stiff and didn't cry, and was just literally just frozen in time. So we picked her up, and obviously Tasha's panicking. What's up with her? What's up with her? And I was like, I don't know, because she wouldn't cry. I'm like, cry. She wouldn't cry, and then a couple of minutes later, she just started relaxing, and it just was projectile vomiting everywhere, and it wouldn't stop. So we went down the stairs to the doctor down the stairs, and obviously Sienna was still in a bad way. So he was like, well, we can write these forms up and we can go here and there. And I was like, how long is it going to take? Don't know. So we just ran outside, Uber, and got an Uber to the hospital, which was about an hour away. All while Sienna was still completely frozen, eyes rolled to the back of her head. So we're in the Uber, Sienna's in Mum's arms, just wasn't doing nothing, just still vomiting.
Just lying there, just lifeless, in my arms in the back of a taxi, and we were just... I was telling myself that, I was saying to you once, and I was saying, do you know what, she's just winded herself. I knew that it was bad, but if I told myself that, you know, a better scenario, that it would try and make things feel okay.
We were waiting again for the doctors, just waiting, and she's just at Mum's arms, just there's nothing there, and then she'd come round and just keep vomiting. So they come back with the scan results, and they went, you need to leave now. I went, well, what does it say? And the scan results is in Spanish. What does it say? And he wouldn't tell me. He said, you need to leave now. So I just went, I'm not having it. So I just walked straight through the back into the offices and just said, read this out. He read the bottom bit, and he went, your daughter has a bleed on the brain. I said, well, treat her then. He said, well, we can't treat her here. We haven't got the we haven't got the facility to treat her here. They said, you need to go back out, but you need to go now. So then we had to pull our phones out again, phone an Uber, stand outside, 20 minutes for the Uber. So then I'm thinking, she's got a brain bleed, she's dying now. I knew she was dying now, it's been confirmed. So we're sat there waiting, she's crying, I'm like trying to calm her down. And then a woman pulls up in a taxi. I showed the woman the letter, obviously she's Spanish, she can speak Spanish. She just seen it and she put her foot down. She's weaving in and out of traffic. By this time now, 4, 5, 6 hours has gone by. All these hour. So then she goes, we go to the hospital and gets there, and it's about an hour and 10 minutes. And we ran in, went to reception, and the woman's again, she's like, takes the form off us, reads the bottom, puts it down. Never seen people run so quick, they just snatched the baby off us, and she was gone, in the room, on her own. And then they were like, you'll have to wait there. So we're waiting, and then the calls is over, she's in a bed, and she's hooked up to all kinds.
We get taken up to the ward and they said to us, only one of you can stay. So you went back to the apartment and I, with the boys, and I stayed with Sienna. And they said, oh, we need to get a tube inside that, so you're going to have to go and wait in the corridor. So I was walking up and down the corridor for about half an hour while I was trying to get a tube up her nose. And she was screaming and screaming, and I was pulling my hair, I was so erratic. I was like, I had hair, I was just shouting no. And then I was so exhausted. I come in and I laid there on the bed, and he said to me, you can't let her move, you can't let her pull them tubes out of her. And I was just that tired. And then it was just, when you went home on the Thursday with the boys, I come to the hospital at 12:30 in the afternoon, because he had to go back to the hotel and stuff and pack and leave them for the airport. So we wasn't getting picked up until the Friday night about 11 o'clock. So the Friday afternoon I said to the nurse, can you watch Sienna for a few minutes while I go to the shop and get some food? She said no. I said, I haven't had since yesterday and my family is going back to the UK. Again, just no. And that's what we was up against.
And we were just in a bubble, and it was like, it was 12 o'clock at night. And obviously that's the time difference, 6 hours ahead. So we were going to bed. I think Tasha was in the hospital, and then Tasha rang me and she went, everyone's panicking, and Amy had set up a GoFundMe. I was like, I'd never had one set, it was so new to me. She was like, what are we gonna do? Don't know. So we were just, don't know. So woke up in the morning, and
the GoFundMe blew up. It was such a panic.
It was on a couple of £1,000, and I just went into my phone. It was like overnight. Just I logged onto my phone when I woke up to message Tasha, and it was just my news feed was just full. Phone calls, messages, and it was just overnight. It just went crazy. I was having messages off people from America, people from Britain, people from all over the world, and I was like, what the bleeding hell's going on here? And everyone I can't thank everyone enough. There's too many people to mention. It's just
gave us hope that we was
going
to come home, because although we was in a situation where it was like, okay, you need to raise so much money, we were like, that's impossible. We was expecting to stay out there for 6 to 8 weeks until, like, okay, she's fit to fly on a commercial flight. And then it was ITV got in touch. I'd done the interview with them, and literally all my family were meshing in the WhatsApp group, and was like, Tasha, you know, you're going to get home, you're going to come home this week, the GoFundMe it's going up. And I didn't have a signal in there, the signal was really bad, so I said, I can't even see. I was just getting loads of messages off family saying, Tasha, you're going to be home this week, it's going amazing. And then when I went back to the apartment the next day, I broke down and I cried. I was like, £70,000. And then it got obviously that, so Leah's Wings, Amy, my sister-in-law got them involved, and we said, right, okay, we don't normally give this much, but we're going to contribute £20,000. And we was like, wow, like, this is surreal, like, we're actually going to come home. And I was still in doubt because I knew that I'd sat there and I'd approached this company and they gave you all these hopes, going to get you home, never. But then Charlotte from the charity, she's been backwards and forwards, she's amazing. She said, Tasha, I promise you, and I'm speaking to Alder Hey, and we've got a bed waiting. So I spoke to Charlotte and she said, well, we'll have the medics there just after 10 o'clock. So it got to 11 and he wasn't there, and I was like, they're not coming. Again, they're not coming. And I put my head on the bed and I must have just dozed off. And then 11 o'clock, someone tapped me and they said, we're here. They said, we're here to take you home. I just stopped crying. I just feel like sitting there and I thought, they're not coming for me. They're not coming to take us home. And then I just burst out crying, so I go home. It's that much of a horrific ordeal that you don't ever think that you're going to be in that situation. And you see these GoFundMes and you see people, you know, desperate for help, and you feel sorry for them and you want to help. But then when you're on the other end of it and it's you,
it's just surreal.
You're like, how am I, why, how is this me? How is this even real? So to come home and get out of that ambulance, and there's so many people waiting for us that had supported us. There's so many people that raised money, the charity. I didn't have to do nothing like other than be there for our daughter. Everyone else back at home raised the money. You know, my sister-in-law Amy, she was amazing, updating the GoFundMe. She was the one liaison with Leah's Wings, the charity. And then I was just getting updates, and I was like, I don't think now I'm still processing the fact that I'm home. Because every time I'm switching off, I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm sitting in that room. Her journey starts now. We've got our baby. She's not the baby that we had before this happened. She can't walk, she doesn't talk, she just points at things that she wants. You know, she was so bubbly, she was so full of life. She'd just run up, she'd laugh, she'd always be smiling. And we understand that it's a massive trauma and injury that she's had to her brain, and he said she's going to have a different personality. You know, it could be months, it could be a year. And what I'm looking at now is my daughter with what they said, a completely different personality. It's not the same. It's not the same. We know that it's going to be a long time for the rehabilitation and the process, but the baby that we had just over 2 weeks ago, that was laughing. You know, she had this little funny face, and she was just so happy. And
I posted a video on me Facebook of her running around.
She just loves to dance. We've got a baby that at the minute we're starting like a newborn again. She doesn't want to eat. She's starting with baby pouches, and
she's on 6 months baby food now. It's just
it's like we've had a newborn that not even 2 years ago, but it's like we forgot the newborn stage, and now we're learning how to do the newborn stage again, even though she's not even 2 yet. But it's like we're learning again. We're learning this whole new child that we love, but that we don't know because there's no communication and we don't know what she wants. So it's like you're giving birth again and you're starting again, and you're learning how to be a mum again to someone that doesn't know what they want, they can't communicate, they can't do anything. We don't know what to do. I said last night I was so confused because she was hysterical and she's having tantrums and she's in so much pain, and she was put on the bed and she was hitting me in the face, and I was like, I don't know this baby, but I love her so much, but I don't know her. You know, it's hard.
The doctor in Mexico said, I said, what's going on? What's happened? And he said, I've obviously been doing this for many years. He said, this is the second case of this injury in nearly 3 years. He said, it's so rare. It's just rare. And obviously the doctor last night never seen it before. He said, I've seen it in adults, but not in a baby. It's to do with the ventricles deep inside the brain. Obviously, it's probably from birth, and it's a defect. Now, our worry is, they've said it could happen again, but when? And I was thinking, well, thank God that happened at 1 o'clock in the afternoon when we were away. Because if we would have put Sienna in bed at 8 o'clock and that happened at 9, we would have went in the next day and she wouldn't have been with us anymore. Will it happen again? We don't know. What's Sienna's future now? We don't know. We had another holiday booked, 4 or 5 weeks, is it?
The end of April, yeah.
And it's booked, paid for, and not a chance. Only going to Turkey just for a week with the kids. But it's not happening.
We wouldn't be able to obviously with Sienna anyway, and then we wouldn't expect we wouldn't ever dare to leave her, and then be like, wait, okay, we're going away with the kids. So it's just...
We've got a caravan. Now we're going to
Wales.
They'll be going to Wales in the caravan now.
Just as nice as Turkey.
Yeah. So no more planes anymore. I'm going to hook the caravan up to the car, and then we'll go to Wales. No more flights.
Yeah.
There's no place like home. There is no place like home.
And such a good city. It's just, you come home and it's like, Liverpool are absolutely amazing. The people that we have, so many people that we don't know, you know, and all over the country, but it went massive around Liverpool, and people have shared it and, you know, contributed. We even come to stand outside the hospital to welcome me and Sienna home. There's a lot of people there that I don't know, I've never seen before. They just want to hug me, and I just don't stop crying. I was like, these are the people in our city, and you're part of the most generous city, and I'm so proud to say that I'm from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh.